This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
So today it's one of those shows where I'm listening for my son. Ladies, who will you be listening in for? It's for the men.
Yeah.
Mistakes men make that cost them dearly in life.
Yes, and especially when they are starting out.
Mm-hmm.
I told you the problem of visibility. The man can't see too far what he will be down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And being among many men who have certain behaviors is carried away.
Mm-hmm.
Your life can only be lived forward, but only understood backwards.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem you're going to wrestle with.
Yeah.
You have to keep going forward, although you can't see it over ahead.
Yeah.
And you can only understand what was that about through the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
The biggest problem of men is that those who are future champions don't know it early on.
Mm.
And they nearly trade off their kingdom for a meal, because it is only being called a birthright, and you don't know what birthright means.
Yeah.
At a moment of hunger, you exchange it for a meal.
Yeah.
The prince is mixed among commoners. And before he takes on his element, his nature, he is not distinguished. My disturbance has been to how many princes are behaving like commoners, because nobody told them that they are a prince. So today we are talking about those men who have a future, princes, heirs, guys who are meant to change the generation, shine, to be a star of light, to be a guide in their generation. Responsible fathers,
Yeah.
reliable men,
Yeah.
faithful husbands,
Yeah.
men who care, workers who bring profits, who make change, high performers,
Yeah.
dependable friends. And because they're not told, one guy told me how he had lost his brother and he was heartbroken. Because the brother was a very nice person. A people's person, good-hearted, caring, concerned, present. At his burial, everybody said, "No, I cannot believe
Yeah.
this person had to die so prematurely when he was so good to me." And the Kikuyu, they say the person has buried himself. He had invested what he would need for his exit.
Wow.
People came out of sense of obligation to return a hand for how much he had done for them.
Yeah.
But why did he die? He was always trying to please this woman who was impossible to please.
Oh, really?
Yes. This woman would run away. He runs after her, brings her. They started off casually, the way people start casually.
Yeah.
So he got a child with just exactly the wrong woman. But he loves his child. He has promised so many things to his woman. They have come from so far. You know that language.
Yeah.
Oh, we have come from so far. Oh, I don't know, what if I do this? Oh, what if, can I just do this? Oh, what if? What he didn't realize, she would come, eat his money, run away. He gets into drinking. They take him to rehab. The cycle starts again, run after her. Oh, my children, oh, this, oh, the other. And somewhere mid that is, he died from alcohol poisoning, stress, and all those kind of complications. But he was such a nice person. What the brother was saying in many words is that my brother was a prince, caught up with a pauper. And he changed the wrong direction until he lost himself in a ditch someplace. And our community is mourning the loss of a king, a person who could have led them, who could have brought value. I hope you know by now, Lily, that you're a community project. Forget this solitary existence. My life is my life. So that story there represents the first mistake most men make. They lose track between college and the world. From the time they graduate to the time they enter their work world, they lose themselves along the way. And they make mistakes that complicate the rest of their life. even shortchange it. Make it a rough ride. Okay? All the way up to college, they've been in groups that kept them accountable and on track.
Yeah.
Friends, a regular schedule, weekly we go to church on Sunday, Tuesday we go here, Thursday we go here.
Yeah.
A routine, there are routines that keep you going. What happens after graduation? We disperse. You don't go back home. You're no longer in campus. You go to place
Yeah.
to look for a job. So you settle in another town, in a some kind of a job, in a house by yourself, in a neighborhood by yourself. What does it scream? Freedom. So the man feels like he's free. Nobody is looking at him. Nobody knows him.
Was he not free previously? Because even those things he had joined were his own volition.
Yes, but emotionally, he had a reputation to live up to.
Oh, okay.
People know what he professes.
Yeah.
That kept him on track. Let me remind you, men have an inner enemy. The feelings, the urges, the desires. David is king, he's ruling, but when he's walking on top of his roof, a temptation shows up. And that spells doom, that brings chaos.
Yeah.
A lot of men don't need an outside enemy. Their appetites will ruin them.
That's something. A lot of men don't need an outside enemy. Their
Yes.
own appetites will ruin them.
Yes. David was just in the wrong place. He should have been with the men in the army, not with the
Yeah.
bathing women at home.
Yeah.
It just takes a man to be misplaced.
Yeah.
And you heard me say that out here we act like we are very powerful. We're in control of our lives. But a lot of men can secretly whisper to you that his sanity many times is about the location. He just wants to be in the right place, that's all.
Oh.
It's not that he's very decisive. He just avoids triggers.
That's also powerful. There's something there.
Men tint their cars to just find an enclosed place. Princes know they must sometimes slither like a snake away from temptations. If David had sneaked into the battlefield, even if he's not feeling like fighting, to just be in the action,
Yeah.
the story would have been very different.
Yeah.
God did not condemn him for not going to war, but what came for not being in war? That is the problem. Some of these things are not mandatory.
Yeah.
They're not mandatory.
That's so powerful. Like the going to church,
They're not compulsory.
just stuff.
But if you don't go, where do you remain?
Yeah.
Who do you remain with? What temptations? So these men usually transfer to another environment where they don't have a reputation to live up to. Barely do they meet anybody who knows them. It's easier to get a woman into your house now. You have a house.
Yeah.
We had that conversation about men who finish their house early before they get married. Their house becomes a den of temptations.
Yeah.
Women come to see your house and they admire you. Now they fall in love.
Let me ask you, what practical things would you advise a man to do so that his house is another alternative to temptations, a better alternative?
To completing the house or to moving to a new place like we are discussing?
So the man has completed the house, so he has this nice little shelter.
First of all, don't complete the house.
Benjamin,
If you can, let your woman have a say in the home that she is going to live in. If you just build without your woman arriving, you might have to build another one. Build commercials. Don't build residential. When you're just young, invest. When you find a woman, if you're intending on getting married, start there. Just rent a decent house. If you're building, build investments. When she comes, tell her, I've been waiting for us to design our house together. She'll feel so included.
wow, I did not see that coming, but I approve.
Let us design. I'm ready financially. I have that investment over there. I was lucky to have just a mentorship and a breakthrough, but I've been waiting for us to let us design. I want it to be done in 1 year.
Wow.
I even have a land where I think, do you think this location is? No, you don't. You see, first I don't know. You thought the location was perfect. The woman has another side of few things.
Yeah.
What is your design? Imagine I would have built this one. Whenever you build before the woman arrives, you have excluded her, and there may be things, even if she's not forceful, you will know there are things she would have done differently if she was given the chance.
Yeah.
You might find yourself sooner than sooner than otherwise.
Yeah.
Having to move to another house where it's both ideas now, then you rent out this one. You have wasted.
Okay.
If you're planning on getting married, start with the marriage, not the house.
All right. That's powerful.
If you feel itchy to build and let out. Just develop yourself. Just continue developing, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I was telling them, those who find, because sometimes circumstances just make you, your dad is here saying, I want to help you build, I want you to grow up, you're my son, I want to reward you with this, get a place I build for you. Sometimes you may find those things doing it for you.
Yeah.
We said, build the shell and leave it there. Let her come and now do the details.
Okay.
Or finish it, let it out. But even when you rent, you can rent a big house that is also a personal space, isn't it? Your rented house can also become a den of temptations. So let's continue with that.
Yes, yes.
But private houses tend to be more isolated. You understand the problem?
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Even when you've rented, it's your space and all that. But there are many neighbors and people may know you. But when you build, many times build kind of detached.
Yeah. Stand alone.
Which is more now, it even makes things worse.
Yes.
And we enumerated what is the problem. You damage your reputation until the real woman who would have taken you to the next level, she will arrive there and she's told, many women usually come here, this is a prostitute of a man, leave him alone.
Yeah. Oh.
And many women don't argue, they just disappear from you. They stop talking, they stop responding,
Yeah.
they change their mind. If she's told by two reliable people, even shown photos or evidence, that you're not what you pretended to be, she said, she will not argue with you, why do you live like this? You just say, this is not what I'm looking for. Brothers, we are not free to get away with some things.
Yeah.
They catch up with us later. And we are saying, when this man moves to a new town, or that place where he's away from accountability, family, friends, people knew him, he's likely to slither like a snake into the dark. And he changes his life. He's no longer serious with his faith, no longer serious, does not even look for a community quickly. His work is a perfect excuse that I'm busy at work. He's tired at the end of the week. He may show up or not show up. He grows cold.
Yeah.
So those friends whom they used to converse, what they're aiming at, what they're looking for. Again, money also brings, what does a good job bring? The ends hustling, the ends struggling. Are you aware that people did not plan what to do with good money when it arrived? They just planned on getting money. Brothers work so hard to arrive at money, but when they arrive there, they did not plan, and then it is sitting in the account. And what does money open? The world. Try this, this wine, this the other one, this there, this trip, the other one.
Yeah.
And you can just land there.
Yeah.
Some jobs are so corrupt, money keeps being thrown at you.
Yeah.
One guy was working for insurance as an assessor. When you report your case to insurance, they send an assessor to assess how much they need to pay. So that assessor is at a very powerful position. The garage can ask them to overquote and then we share the difference.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that guy was telling me his job is so tempting. When he has no money at home, somebody saying, get this 100, just sign this one. It's okay. He told me, as an assessor, if you don't have values, I can steal.
True.
I write there, we replaced this part, but we did not replace, we just repaired.
Yeah. Oh.
He was telling me, this one can damage me, and I've seen many people lose who they are. He told me sometimes the matter is very powerful. If I don't cooperate with the corruption, I'll be killed. You know, sometimes they threaten your life.
Oh.
Get this money or we take your head.
Yeah.
There's so much money at stake.
Yeah.
Maybe they're being paid in millions,
Yeah.
and you are the spoiler if you report them to the company.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he told me, sometimes I sneak away and I hand over the matter without giving details. I tell my boss, would you mind taking that matter? It's just beyond me. I can't assess this one. I don't know where the parts are coming from. They need to be imported. It's a very car, kind of exotic car and all that. Yeah, I look for excuses not to take the bribe, not to participate in the matter, just run away. He told me, I've done that severally. And my boss will come over, and even if he takes the bribes now, it is upon him. I will not do that. What is that when he's so far away and nobody is supervising him?
That is so smart. What is that? Discipline.
Yes, that is commitment to his values. I will never take corruption.
Yes.
Yes. So many men lose that, and that's where they acclimatize themselves to dirty money, which they need to clean up by buying assets. That's where the word wash came from.
Yes.
Cleansing the money by buying legitimate properties.
Yeah.
When the money was originally illegitimate,
Yeah.
illicit, stolen. So once you start tasting corruption, it condemns you. You're already in. You might as well stay in. So you don't change.
Yeah.
Or he starts smashing this woman here and he thinks he has gotten away with it. Smashing again. And he's losing himself, but to numb it, he has to do something else. Loud music, sometimes loud music is a drug, to just silence the conscience.
Yeah, I remember the one thing that made me really, really want to ditch public transport is there was a route I used to live in, and the matatus would be so loud that literally the windows are vibrating,
Yes.
your clothes are vibrating, and I'm like, what is this?
And there are no lights, just reflectors, neon lights called club on wheels. The idea is to just create a club environment.
I feel like also I kept feeling like beyond a certain volume, there's something else
Yes.
they're looking for.
Yes. A certain kind of numbness or hypnosis.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who said, A.W. Tozer, he said, music is a way for people to forget that their time is short.
Oh.
You can abuse it, just like a drug. It's a good thing, but you can abuse it. So
Yeah.
the way we abuse music is we use it to distract ourselves that we are running out of time. And he said it's also a way to silence the still small voice of our conscience, whether we are living according to what we believe to be right. So he said it's an escape from your conscience and a distraction from our expiring time.
Yeah.
I read a small book called Countdown. And they were saying, while the clock is ticking towards zero, we are yawning and rolling over and covering our blanket as if we have eternity to sleep. And I'll just go to, I miss that habit. You know, sometimes when you grow too much, you lose some privileges. Oh my God, I miss them. I would walk into bookshops to just tour the topics, to look at the conversation, because I had been told by great writers that when you read headings, even if you're not buying the book, just reading the headings, he told me, you are hearing the conversations, which direction they're going. Where is the debate going? The titles of books tell you something.
Yeah.
Where is the debate? Where is the contest?
Yeah.
It's like you have entered a social hall.
Yeah.
And he told me to treat every book like a PhD thesis, a proposal towards a certain direction. Just look at the heading and look at look, even if it's still, you can still see the description.
Yeah.
And I would take just my time. So one time I grabbed a book called The Countdown. And he said there's a shelf where books are being on offer, others are being, you can, and I would make that a bit. So the sense of urgency, he told me that 2 years when you're invisible from your community who used to hold you accountable, ask you how you are, invite you to things, keep you plugged in, and you're telling people I'm busy at work, I'm moved. Sometimes you move away so far away that even commuting is not practical.
Yeah.
And you can stay away for months and it's understandable.
Yeah.
But it told me, remember the countdown. So the solution for men who move away to a place where they don't have a community is to remember the countdown. That time will run out sooner than you thought. And although you are free to do what you want, you're not free from the consequences of what you did. You follow that?
Wow. Although you're free to do what you want, you're not free from the consequences of what you
do.
did.
Yes. You might have involved yourself here and there, eaten bread in secret.
Yeah.
But that eating in secret will reverberate. Somebody said, whenever you sin in secret, God is your only audience. Okay? Quite savage. But
Yeah.
it helps you to know your own conscience, your own spirit sees what you did.
Yeah.
Uriah was drunk, but he was more sober than David when he was sober. He said he's trying to hide some things from him, or just nobody will know, let's do. But he said, but I will know. Some guys reenacted that phrase saying, sometimes you can tell a person not to tell anybody, take this bribe and keep quiet, nobody will know, but I will know.
Yeah.
I'll have witnessed it. I can't stand that,
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln said, when I lay down the reins of this office, I want to have one friend left, my conscience.
Wow.
When I finish being president, I want one friend to go home with me, my conscience. Really protect your conscience. It will give you, we say a clean conscience is a soft pillow. You can sleep peacefully.
Wow. A clean conscience is a soft pillow.
Yes. And the Bible said the wicked run when nobody is pursuing. When you are consciously condemning you, you feel like there's somebody following you.
Yes.
There's one guy, I'm told, from home to Nairobi, he changes cars 3-4 times. He's being chased by his own misdeeds.
Oh my.
Switch car, switch car, switch car. Sometimes you don't move with, people don't move 5 cars because of security. It's their own misdeeds. They're trying to cover.
Yeah.
There's nobody is after them. It's their own misdeeds.
Yeah.
This land they grabbed here, this money they stole here, this one they think somebody is after them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, really, how peaceful is it to just move around simply? Enjoy that phase of life.
It's very peaceful.
Just mind your business.
Yes.
And you greet people and you're not worrying who is trying to shoot you.
Yeah.
Nobody has a beef with you.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not ignoring your safety, but when you're not busy offending people, grabbing this, taking away, stealing, you can soft pillow.
Very nice. Very nice.
Eat genuinely earned things. Listen, brothers, that time between when you are young, you're just not known, but you are driven, and the time when you're stepping out there, one guy was high flying, and I used to admire him a lot because he told me he had 3 job offers every time, at least 3.
Wow.
He always had open job offers. Guys begging, please switch to our company.
Wow.
We have an open anytime you're free.
Yeah.
As we were hustling, okay, we are tamaking. And he can't refer anybody because the company wants him.
When you said that, I thought that's what we should all change to, because there are people who always have 3 relationship offers.
They covered Polycarp. This guy was both corporate and political. And I saw an article about him and some documentary. Some guys were saying, this is one guy who is the go-to in the corporate world. He keeps trying politics, they backfire, but other companies take him. But he's just excellent in corporate. I think he's just trying to explore. Well, you know, that's when you're competent, you have options, right?
Yeah.
You can play around.
Yeah. You have some change to do campaigns. And like people who are selling their car, selling their house.
Exactly. And when the politics fail, some companies are hoping you fail. Say, hi, please come back.
Yeah.
So, you will discover that this man who is transitioning, he has not gone into invisibility because his own vision can see him. His own future can see him. Princes are not faithful sexually even before marriage because they fear. It's because they know that it's the values that will carry them. Remember what I told you? If he is not faithful before marriage, he will not be faithful inside marriage.
Yeah.
He should be faithful to the value of celibacy itself. That value, not just you. Because of you, I'm willing to wait. If he is not living like that, he can't wait because of you. Lily, the second mistake men make is very regrettable. They aim at getting a job, not getting a lifestyle.
Wow.
Men are providers. So it is drummed. It is
Yeah.
about providing.
Yeah.
So when they hear about providing, do you see where it is setting you? Just being able to pay, cover up the bills. The setup is very low.
How should it say?
The setup of a man just to a place where he can pay bills is the bare minimum. And it makes him a struggler, a beast of burden. It makes him at the bottom of the food chain. Makes him at the mercies of the forces. Makes him at the... it's controlled by market forces of demand and supply. He's given job group. Job group, this, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Really avoid job group. Don't be grouped, huh?
Okay.
You're not a group. Work on grade. Be a grade of a person. You determine it. You know, job group is predetermined conditions, eh?
Yeah.
Job description and the pay. Take it or leave it.
Yes.
You can start there, but don't stay there, okay?
Okay. I love
Entry
that.
point. Entry point. Not end point, okay?
Yeah.
You right? Don't say government job, permanent and pensionable. Permanent? Permanent? Avoid that word. Avoid it. In fact, loathe it. At the interview, tell them you are here to stay, to grow with you. I like growing with companies. You know, I see us. But at the back of your mind.
I like that.
Nobody wants to hire a temporary person. Nobody wants to keep hiring.
Yeah.
So tell them you're here for the long haul. In fact, long term. I'm a long-term thinker. But when the back of your mind, I'm here until I exhaust this phase. And it can be after 6 months, 1 year.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Even to be 5 years, be meaningful. Not just because it's permanent and pleasurable.
Exactly.
I'm on the move. I'm a moving target.
Yeah.
My life is one route. I'm not going to stick one place and say I've been here 30 years.
Yeah.
If it's 30 years, it's not one position because I'm ascending. I'm on the move. All right?
Yeah.
So we are saying a man should aim at lifestyle. Lifestyle, I mean freedom.
Okay.
Lifestyle, I mean never selling commodities, but selling experience. Selling experience, not commodities, and not just being a worker. Okay, we said you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. You don't get what you yearn, you get what you earn.
There he goes again. You don't get what you
wish for, you get what you work for. You get what you yearn for, you get what you earn. Listen, the man who sets a lifestyle, he describes the size of the house, the size of the car, the size of freedom, the kind of money.
Yeah.
You can always tell how powerful, how free you are by how free you can move. Many people are not moving because of two obstacles. They can't afford the money and they can't afford the time.
Yeah.
To board airplane, go to another country, may take a weekend.
Yeah.
These people have no weekend. You know how many people have no weekend?
Yeah.
They are free from Saturday afternoon. It's not always 2 p.m., sometimes 4 p.m.
I saw someone in one of the shows where you had talked about homemaking is not a joke. There's a lady who said, it's true. I start on Saturday morning and only finish in the evening.
Exactly.
That's all the precious Saturday.
Yes.
Oh
and Saturday morning meaning they're not working. Other people are at work on half day on Saturday.
Yeah.
So they're tired like a donkey. By the time they get home, they try to catch Sunday church and clothes and hanging. And
even the children, you're just breezing through their lives.
Yes.
The child is like, Mommy, can we play? And you're like, give me 5 minutes. That's the whole weekend.
Mom collapses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, you can see, yes, you can see, yes, you can see.
Yeah.
The man who is not aware that is being enticed into a prison.
Yeah.
Financial prison in the name of a job.
Especially men, and no time for your wife, no time for your children. When you have time, you're a zombie.
Or they escape to meet points where they take beer with others. You see how cars are clamoring at meet points.
Yeah.
Start observing weekends. Men are on the escape to meet points where the parking is clamored. And there's nothing special there. Just women, beer, alcohol, meat.
Why is it?
Escape. They're unhappy where they usually live. Here it's a place that trying to find any kind of pleasure, relief. You understand?
Is it? Could it also be that this is a place where they don't have to exactly be present? You know, like if a man is at home with the wife has stories and he's gonna have to listen to those stories. The child has homework and he's gonna have to help with the homework.
Lily may tell you, being with my child is heavenly. I will steal that moment anywhere. Even if it's school break time, I'll pop in, we play, then I pop out. It's not work when you love your wife. Being with her is just those stories. Sometimes it's not even busy. It's not busy, and you enjoy just being there in the kitchen, enjoying those things, whatever she's doing. Just disturbing her at her office. You're even the disturbance yourself.
So, sorry, let me push this a little.
Yes.
You see, there's a kind of exhaustion where it's like when I'm sleepy, but when I start scrolling, I can stay up late. But if I try to read or even do something I love, like play an instrument, now I'm sleepy. Is it possible that there's an exhaustion that men get from their work that can make them not able to be present for their families, but they can go to the club because all they have to do is dance?
Yeah.
They don't have to really engage.
Club is an escape. It's an escape when you are unhappy at home. Let's emphasize this.
Okay.
Home is a place of rest. It's not a place of work. When your wife is your friend, when your children are your treasures, they give you energy. They don't drain you. Let's emphasize that.
Okay.
You feel a relief when you're being with them. Who else wants to just massage your back, give you a cup of coffee, tell you stories?
Yeah.
Just sometimes even want you to leave you alone to doze a little bit, snooze here, make you a cup of uji. There's no better place to be like a happy marriage. That home is the perfect retreat. That meat would have eaten there, I'll carry it, I come eat. It's sweeter when I'm with my people.
Yeah.
We'll go there. There's a time for boys. We're not saying you don't have time for boys when you're healthy.
Yeah.
I have time for boys, but it's not where I'm running to the first time I'm free.
Okay.
So the man who is making the mistake of aiming at an only job would be running for weekends to escape from the pain of the job. But when he's aimed at lifestyle meaning what? He wants money that sets him free. That he can work from South Carolina.
Yeah.
He can go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, many people, they only travel on social media. They only see photos of marbles at the beaches of. That's how far they will ever travel. The only place will come close to a flight is flight mode on their phone. They don't.
Benjamin, shade like that, Benjamin.
And they have resigned to that fate. You know, they've resigned because every free time at work, they're on doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Just passing time. The man who starts early by saying, I want freedom to fly around. Miles Monroe will say, I have a private jet, all my cars are paid for, I can move around, you know. And he would say, all this I've attained because I aimed at this. And I came from down there, from poverty to up here. And that's the conversation I wanted to hear because I was aiming at that freedom. He didn't even wait for hours at the airport. He would just wait for air traffic clearance. We are ready to fly, okay, fly to this height, cleared. Go, shoo, he's gone.
Yeah.
He lands back, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
If a man aims at owning choppers, he will arrange his life early, differently. Let me remind men as I close at this.
Mm-hmm.
Some dreams are perishable.
Mm-hmm.
You must put, okay, on the runway, there's a line called line of no return, point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
When the pilot wants to take off, he speeds up to take off. That line is drawn there to take him, tell him, even if you have changed your mind, you can't stop. There's no enough distance ahead to slow down and stop. You have to take off and then now come back and land again. If you have changed your mind. There are some dreams that have a point of no return. If you don't arrange for them by 30, by 40, they're gone. Oh no, the world likes to be motivational speakers. KFC started when we were 67.
Yeah, Benjamin.
People have a lot of motivational speakers.
Yeah, no.
To tell you there's always a second chance.
There is.
So, there's no second chance to go far if you married a woman without thinking of where you're going and she cannot handle that. Divorcing is too difficult. There are your children there. There's not even a big reason enough to be so scandalous as ending the marriage. She cannot have the capacity. Some people are not malicious. They just don't have the capacity. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe a nice person. Remember the hell of marrying a nice person?
Yeah.
Who is not enough for where you wanted to go?
Yeah.
But they are nice.
Yeah.
You're stuck there. You wish they were nasty. You get a reason to go.
Yeah.
But they're polite. They're nice.
Yeah.
So, brother, listen. The mistake we make is we don't design lifestyle. We just call ourselves, I'm engineer, I'm architect, I'm doctor, I'm lawyer. No, bro, you are not that. You actually do lawyering, you do medicine, you do doctor. You are not that. You just do it.
Yes.
Design a lifestyle.
Yes.
And one guy was a pilot, but he wanted to own aircrafts. Today he owns a fleet, many of them, is it 5? I was just a pilot.
Wow.
But he designed a lifestyle. He didn't stop at lifestyle,
Yes.
at pilot.
Yes.
And he married a wife saying, I want us to own aircraft. I want us to do that business. I'm studying to be this, but that's not my aim. That's not my stopping point.
Benjamin, you have such friends.
That's a friend of my friend. And so he watches, he taught us something small. He observed that guy had 4 gas cylinders. So he was filling up his gas annually. And we borrowed that. We said, where is our ugali running out at night? And then there's crisis because gas ran out. So we borrowed a few things we can learn from those guys.
Yeah.
He told me, bro, it is possible. That guy, he feels once a year. Can you do it? We built ourselves to that.
Yeah.
It's to say, Lily, I want the brother to start early by designing the lifestyle, not the job. That way you marry with the right trajectory. You start career with the right trajectory. That way it is sustainable because you don't stop before you attain that lifestyle. Yes.
Perfect. I can't add anything. Thank you so much for that. I'll just say that I think the book that goes with this show is Mastery.
Yes.
Mastery is Benjamin's, it's his book about holistic personal development.
correct.
So please get it, and Before You Say I Do is his latest book. Get all these books on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com, or you can also make your order on WhatsApp. There you can also book a session with him, and thank you for watching.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life,